Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Pats are going to get the football here as they force the INT. All the game's open. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down? On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
One more time with Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him the question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process of offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hall want to give up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. On second down, a run with Hall. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Running right through him. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Lawrence going to throw again. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Lawrence. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, here's Hall. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Dodson. He completes it to Beckham. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. This will be caught just inside the 10. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Looking to throw. Dodson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 1 now. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Back to throw. Dodson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. To throw on second down. Dodson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Odell Beckham. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Patriots get a bit closer. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
All again on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back to throw now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for New York. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dodson. He sets to fire deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down.